Well, baseball's biggest stars are heating up, and the race to the playoffs is on. TBS has the National League. It's going to be wild. Watch the MLB postseason beginning October 4th on TBS and streaming on HBO Max. We have the early game on the Tuesday slate as well. Mets hosted the Padres. OMG! Back in the house.
Back in the house, baby.
Jose Iglesias meant so much to that fan base, showing Mets fans a little love pregame. Michael King making his second start after coming off the injured list. He is monitoring his workload. The team is. And my goodness, did the Mets bats break out? Load the bases, three straight singles. Brandon Nimmo, and then Jeff McNeil doubles down the right field line. Brett Beatty launches a two-run shot here, 17 on the year for him. Pete Alonso, by the way, walked it off the game prior after 8 straight losses.
So and what is that, Frenchie?
That's a ding-dong Johnson.
I like the way you sound.
What the Mets needed. Bottom of the second, more power from Mets. Francisco Lindor, Frenchie saying "my girl" all night long.
That's not playing the violin.
Well, that girl not coming back.
No.
That girl left before
It's
no
off
reason.
the facade. That girl's off the facade.
And then the polar bear.
2 batters later. Solo home run, 430 feet in second deck, 35.
That's a long Johnson.
That is the grandfather of the Ding Dong Johnsons
This
right
game,
there.
my goodness, a nice start to a very important series. So the Mets trying to solidify their spot as that final wild card team, and tonight was a good start. They have 3 teams chasing them beginning of the night, and now it's basically, well, it's not, you never want to lop anyone off, but Arizona is right there. They're 1.5 games off the pace. Francisco Lindor got the party started, and we spoke to him post-game on a big day for him and his family. Francisco, congratulations. We know your talent. I was unaware of your wife's talent. That violin rendition of the national anthem, you're smiling, and you were just beaming watching her. How'd she do?
She did fantastic. Let's get this straight. I don't have the ear for music. I don't know. Every musician out there, I don't know if she missed a note or not, but she sounded fantastic to me and to the girls.
I'm going to go to the game, straight to the game. How good does that feel to know that you manhandle one of those teams that might be in contention right along with you guys for the postseason?
I mean, the boys, we all had a good approach today, and we executed. The hitting coaches, they gave us a game plan, and we were out there, and we executed our game plan. Then Clay Holmes and Manaya did a fantastic job today. I mean, it's been a minute since Manaya piggybacked somebody, and the way he came out today, he executed his game plan. It was really good.
Frankie, it's Roberto Clemente night for you. Tell us about your glove and let us know what's all on it. What's the design of it?
Oh, I have a lot of baseball cards from Clemente with his rookie card, MVP cards, and then I have a lot of little, like, he won the MVP for the World Series, batting titles, 3,000 hit, NL MVP, just little. Clemente, to me, it's someone extremely important, because he's my dad's favorite player, and it's somebody that we all look up to in Puerto Rico, somebody that we admire, and just whenever we get to celebrate somebody like him, not for what he did on the field, but what he did off the field, is extremely special.
Hey, man, this is time of year, and we said, and happens every year, where you need your stars to shine. How important is it for you guys to not just be hot, but to be a good team these last stretch to make sure you separate yourselves from the rest of the pack?
I mean, we want to do what we set out to do in spring training. We have to play the game the right way. We have to come out day in and day out and give everything we got. We come into the last sprint of the year. Everybody's on board. Everybody's pulling for each other. Everybody's playing for each other. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. And Beatty came out, huge home run. I come out, I hit a ball, and I got on my skateboard and just started running around the bases real quick. And then Pete comes in and shows me how to hit a home run and how to jog around the bases. You got to have fun. You got to enjoy the game. You got to celebrate little things and play for each other, and then just learn from it and move on.
Francisco has a Bugatti, probably, not a skateboard. We're checking out tonight's all-heart moment presented by Thrivent. The Mets showed heart and offense for days, and boy, did they need it. 8 runs for New York, and they win back-to-back games after losing 8 in a row. Clay Holmes, Pedro, started this game. I was watching it with you. You said you liked how he worked early in the game. How will they use him in October? What did you see?
I would like to actually see him do the same thing he did tonight. And if they are able to bring a guy like Manaya to come over and give them not only, the rest of the innings that they got from Manaya, but somewhat be reliable and also give you a different angle every time he comes out, especially after Holmes. Holmes is like this and like that. And then Manaya can be wipeout slider against lefties, forces the lineup. I like the mental aspect of probably Holmes starting the game because as a reliever, he struggled a lot. And I am afraid that if you put him to relieve again, he might get, flashback from his struggling moments when he was in relief. So I would like to see him be an opener, kind of, and then you can bring the diversity with Manaya, and that actually showed up pretty well today.
Okay, so Nolan McLean, David Peterson, and then Clay
those
Holmes,
guys
Manaya.
can pitch
we figured
later.
out the wild card series. We just need 10%, right? We did their job for them. You said it, and you both said it. You said stars need to star. Right? And we're starting to see that from the Mets. You always need the role players, but you need your guys, especially going into October.
You definitely do. They've carried the weight and the load of the season all on their backs for 162 games. You expect that. But along the way, you have those guys that are going to chip in and make sure, hey, we got you tonight, big fella. But when the time comes down, when the lights shine the brightest, they have to jump back in the fray. We saw what happened the night before, Lindor tonight, the polar bear hitting the ball to the moon. Those guys are still going to have to carry the weight of it, but when those opportunities come up for the non-stars to chip in, that's what makes the difference. And the stars can sit back and say, now it's my turn to take control of this wheel.
Right now, it's Dodgers-Mets in a wild card series. Is the divide great, talent-wise, between the two?
No, I don't think it's great. I think what Jimmy was saying, these stars, I think what the Mets are going to have to do is tonight, you saw Brett Beatty, the big home run. Jeff McNeil, in the first inning, after they had bases loaded, got that run, got the double play ball, and then he hit the 2-out double. They got to get some length in that lineup. If those guys at the bottom part of the lineup, we know Lindor, Soto, they're going to show up at times throughout the postseason. It's like Vientos last year. That was a big surprise for them, and he carried them all the way through to the NLCS. So I think the Mets need that whole lineup to be lengthful, and they got it tonight.
The Mets and Pods have two more starting tomorrow. They both have a wild card. Cubs within one of clinching a playoff berth, and we get to have them on our air next week. Jeff Francoeur on the call. Where will you be Monday night? Chicago
Probably
cut?
Chicago cut steakhouse.
Just with a seafood tower and some onion
seafood
rings?
tower, maybe a few cocktails, and really just kind of get the feel of what's going down. You know,
Is that right?
It's a work dinner.